Welcome back. Security briefings that were planned for today for members of Congress on the rising tensions between Israel and Iran have now been canceled. Some legislators on both sides, they have called for a vote to reassert Congress's power to declare war after the missile strikes ordered by the White House on Iranian nuclear facilities over the weekend. So I want to bring in CBS News congressional reporter Taurean Small. Good to see you today, Taurean. So what's the latest on the hearings and why they were canceled in the first place?
Yeah, Mugo, just under an hour, Senator Chuck Schumer, the minority leader for Democrats here in the Senate, had a press conference where he fumed about this postponement of this classified briefing, saying that even though the Trump administration is willing to offer up Secretaries Hegseth and another member of the administration to testify later this week, he says it's insufficient. And quite frankly, he said he didn't get an explanation as to why the administration was choosing to delay this briefing. What he's saying, though, that this is a clear violation of accountability and it won't allow Congress to do its oversight. He also talked about how he received the call from the administration when those strikes happened, saying he was insufficiently given information as to why and where this was happening. He's saying it's high time for Congress to act, which is why we saw 3 Democrats this week put forth a war powers resolution. Before that, a bipartisan resolution by Representative Thomas Massie, a Republican, and Ro Khanna, a Democrat, including quite a few members of the Progressive Congressional Caucus. Thomas Massie has since walked that back, saying that he would reconsider whether or not to move forward with that war powers resolution. But at the same time, we have Republican leadership in both the House and the Senate saying that it's unnecessary. Speaker Mike Johnson saying it could potentially be unconstitutional, though which we hear from Democrats who say that that just isn't the case.
Okay, Taurean, let's talk interest rates because Fed Chair Jerome Powell testified earlier this morning on Capitol Hill. What did he say about the potential for a rate cut moving forward?
Yeah, he said based off of analysis that he's receiving from economists, not just within the Fed, but also outside, there are concerns that the economy is heading in the wrong direction and that inflation is likely to tick upwards. And he was putting the blame almost solely on President Donald Trump's tariff, saying the impact of that is unknown. But he is taking caution and hesitancy in moving forward, which is why we're not seeing a change in the interest rate just yet. Ahead of his testimony, we heard from President Donald Trump in a Truth Social post calling him being Jerome Powell, that is hard-headed, and saying that he should consider resigning. This, of course, is a long-standing beef between the two. Jerome Powell didn't necessarily comment on that, but did maintain during this hearing that he believes he's acting in the best interest of the United States economy. Again, he's pointing to inflation that is potentially on the horizon because of these tariffs, these broad and sweeping tariffs that Donald Trump has imposed.
All right, Taurean Small, thank you so much. We always appreciate seeing you here on 24/7.